Today's going to be kind of an interesting video because we're going to talk about why saving itself is not, saving money itself is not going to make you rich. Now, there's it much deeper than this because it's not just about that. It's more than that. It's about what you should do instead of just saving. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let's get started with what it means to save versus use the money more wisely. So if you're just getting a paycheck or getting paid from whatever you're getting paid for, and you're saving a chunk of it and just putting it in a bank account, yes, that is a start, but that money is doing nothing. It is literally just going to sit there and become less valuable and less valuable and less valuable until your money that you earned is just way less than it was when you first earned it. So the reason that happens is because of the value of the US dollar. So I don't know why the word is slipping my mind right now. Inflation. Because of inflation and stuff, your dollar, the worth of the dollar is going to go down. So you have to put this money somewhere or use it in some way that is going to either make you more money or just increase it slowly, or increase your skills so you can make more money, stuff like that. So number one thing is, once you have saved the amount from your paycheck or whatever, that you have the mindset that you're going to put that somewhere that's investing either in yourself or in actual investments of stocks and stuff, or you at least at the very bare minimum have it in a high yield savings account that's going to make you a percentage per year, which is usually roughly 4% for decent high yield savings accounts. I use SoFi, which is an online bank. There's no I don't think they have in-person locations. I could be wrong about that, but online banking app, and they have a pretty good high yield savings account year round. So I recommend that, to be honest. I've never experimented with a bunch of other ones. That was what was recommended to me and what I've used. So yeah, but that's the bare minimum, okay? That's the bare minimum. Most of these apps will also have an investment thing that you can do through the app. So you can actually invest in stocks through the app specifically, like SoFi has that. So that makes it super easy. That once you get paid, you either have it automatically put a part of that into stocks, or you do it yourself through another app or something. That needs to be in your mind. Either invest in the stock market, S&P 500 is fire. Make sure you put money in the S&P 500 that. I feel like that's a necessity, not a necessity, but it's that's the baseline for investing. You gotta be putting money in there. And then second thing is, if you don't want to invest, which you should be, then invest in yourself so that you can start earning more. What I mean by that is investing in knowledge, books that are going to help you learn more about what your skill is, mentorships, courses, and whatever. If you're scared to buy a course, yes, some people scam. Even people that say a course scammed them, you still learned something. They're teaching you something. They're maybe just making it way more expensive than it should be, and then they're calling it a scam. It's not technically a scam. You pay for it. They're giving you info. It's just you bought into a higher amount than it was your value of it was. Does that make sense? So, in my opinion, people say courses are scams a little too much. It's more that they just dude, I've bought a very expensive course in the past, and I feel like I didn't really learn enough that it was worth it to me. But number one, it's a learning experience to kind of look more into what you're buying. And number two, shout out to that guy that got my money, bro. Like, he sold me on that for sure. He still gave a ton of info, but to me, it felt like I didn't learn much because I already knew a lot of the info. So, I'm not going to call it a scam though. But this is off topic. Okay. So investing in yourself, knowledge, whatever, things that are going to improve your workflow, stuff like that. Like, I have this whole setup. Like, I have this setup so that I work faster. I work way faster when I'm editing on my computer. I have a lot of just things throughout my life that I've invested in, little like softwares or things that improve my finance or my different workflow parts. So invest in yourself, invest in the stock market. Don't just stick all your money in a regular old savings account that's just going to sit there. Yes, it's cool to see all that money piling up in one spot, but it's even cooler and even smarter to have that money making money and not devaluing over time, because the stock market is going to make you, if you invest smartly, you invest safely, the stock market is going to outperform you just having money in a stock portfolio or in a savings account. Like the S&P 500, this is why I say like that's a baseline. S&P 500 on average increases like 10, like yields like 10% every year, like on average. Yes, some years it's higher, some years it's lower, but on average, you're gonna make 10% of your money back. So if you have $1,000 invested, you on average make $100 back each year, versus not making any money back on it. And bare minimum high yield savings account. Please actually take action on this stuff, because like my parents literally never invested besides for 401k their whole lives. Now they're finally starting to do it, and they're already over 50. They're already 50 years old. That's like, that's crazy that like they were just scared. They were literally just scared. They didn't have knowledge about investing. And if you don't trust me, then just look it up. Just start researching it. You don't have to trust me, but just start taking action. Like some of my friends that are making a lot of money with their own business are also just scared to invest. They don't know what to do. They just have massive chunks of money just sitting in a bank account. Like I'm talking multiple six figures sitting in a savings account that is not making them any money. That's insane. Imagine you had like $200,000. Like imagine this. Even if you cannot relate to this whatsoever, just imagine this in your head so you get get this. $200,000 sitting in a bank account with no high yield, no yield. It's just sitting there. If you put that in the S&P 500, it averages 10%, bro. 20 grand. Imagine making $20,000 per. Is that the right math? 10% of 20 grand. Yeah, that's 20 grand, right? I think that's 20 grand. Imagine making 20 grand a year by literally just investing, by just having your money in a different spot. Like what are we doing here, bro? Look into it. If you don't trust me, research it. Hopefully you guys start taking action if you're not already, and maybe you learn something even if you are taking action. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.